as we begin to wrap up, let's take some updates on sports stories across the globe as AB Iyomon joins us now. Good morning, AB.
Well, good morning to you, Ayo. Good morning, Vimba, and good morning, Dr. Bati. Nice to see all three of you this morning. Well, we're starting the show, the sports segment, with the announcement of the Super Eagles, the NFF appointing a new head coach for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the person of Chelle. Chelle is the former manager of the Malian national team that led them to the last African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, where they finished at the quarterfinals after losing to Cote d'Ivoire, the host country. They finished first in their own group, and looking at his antecedents or his record with the Malian national team, he coached them to 22 games, getting 14 wins, 5 draws, and 3 losses. And some may say that's a good record. But since he left the Malian national team as coach, after failing to get more than 1 win, he got a win against Chad. He lost, Mali lost to Ghana and drew against Madagascar and Central African Republic. But right now, he's going to be the head coach of Nigeria with immediate effect, meaning he has to take charge of this Nigerian team who started the World Cup qualifier on a very bad note. Finishing, rather, they are 5th on the table with 3 points from 4 games. They lost to Benin Republic and drew to Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. And they hope to still get qualification for the next World Cup. It's going to be an uphill task for him. We'll see how he can achieve that with the Nigerian national team. And away from that, we have the EFL Cup, which Arsenal played against Newcastle, and they were at home losing by 2-0. Goals from Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon got the victory for Newcastle United in the first leg. There will be the second leg, but the play by Newcastle United last night actually showed the importance of a true striker for the Arsenal squad. It was a situation where they needed a goal, but they could not find a goal to at least just get one past Newcastle United. Kai Havertz have been a huge dependent from the Arsenal team, and even Gabriel Jesus, who cannot get as many goals as a striker should usually get. They had to depend on Kai Havertz. Brilliance from Odegaard. Bukayo Saka was absent, but the Newcastle United side have been spectacular in the past few months. In their last 7 games, they got 20 goals being scored in all competitions and conceding just 2. We'll see what Arsenal does in the second leg when they go to Newcastle in the EFL Cup. And still on the EFL Cup, Liverpool tonight will take on Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur are yet to get a win in 5 games in the Premier League, and they'll be hoping to get a victory against Liverpool, who are at the top of the Premier League table. Liverpool just had a 2-2 draw against Manchester United over the course of the weekend, but they faced off against Tottenham Hotspur a month ago, where they defeated them by 6-3. What happens tonight is going to be important for Tottenham Hotspur, as they are 12th on the table, far off the title race. This may just be one of their only chances to get the title for the first time since 2008, but it's a matchup later tonight between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. And still on football, we have Barcelona will take on Bilbao later tonight in the Super Cup semis, which takes place in Saudi Arabia. Barcelona have had a lot of downtimes in the past 1 month, getting just 1 win in the last 7 La Liga games, and the Dani Olmo and Pau Victor issue where they could not get the registration. But now they have they stand a chance of beginning the 2025 on a high, and they could do that if they qualify for the finals of the Super Cup. But Athletic Bilbao are also on a very fine form, not just in the La Liga and the Copa del Rey as well. They are the reigning champions of the Copa del Rey. They face up against Barcelona, who need to get their act together. We'll see what happens later tonight. And in tennis, the Australian Open top seeds have been announced. Like we already know, the reigning champions for the male and female are Yannick Sinner and Arina Sabalenka. And for the top seeds, we have Sinner at number 1. There's Zverev, there's Alcaraz, there's Taylor Fritz, there's Medvedev, who could be hoping to get his 2nd Grand Slam title at this particular Australian Open. There's also Casper Ruud, there's Novak Djokovic, attempting a 25th Grand Slam title. And there's Alex de Minaur, who stands at 8. And for the women, Aryna Sabalenka, who is a 2-time defending champion back-to-back at the Australian Open, she ranks top seed. And on second, we have Iga Swiatek. There's also Coco Gauff, who is 3rd, Paolini 4th, we have Zheng 5th, and Elena Rybakina is 6th, Pegula is 7th, and Navarro is 8th, where the Australian Open begins on Sunday. And that's all for me on the world of sports today.
Thank you so much, Ebi. I'll just comment quickly on the new coach, just looking at his statistics. So in 159 matches, he's won 70, drawn 42, lost 47. Those statistics are not encouraging at all. I hope he has whatever special magic we need, but for now, the World Cup is starting to look like a distant dream. I hope not. Because Nigerians really need that. I mean, I'm not envious at all of Eric Chelle, our new head coach. He was coach of Mali and took them to the quarterfinals at the last AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. He's also said to be very passionate about his game. In fact, if you recall, at that match where they were sent out of the competition, but after they lost, he was hyperventilated. And some of his team members had to come and pour some water on him. And, people have described that as, that's just how much passion he has for the game. And hopefully he's able to bring that passion to the Super Eagles. But he has a tough task ahead of him. Like Bimbai mentioned, now we are hoping against hope that we will qualify for the World Cup. We have our next matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe come March. And so, Zimbabwe, Bimbai.
Don't worry, you will win. We'll dash you that one.
And so, if we need to win those critical matches for us to be in the running again, to go to the World Cup, the next World Cup. So all the best to him. I hope Nigeria would not happen to him, and I hope that he'll be given all the support that he needs to work effectively with the Super Eagles. Welcome to Nigeria, Eric.
Okay, I guess Eric Sekou Chelle can qualify as an indigenous coach, perhaps. He's the 3rd person to coach the Super Eagles since Pesero resigned in March 2024. But he has his work cut out for him. The NFF Executive Committee yesterday said he has to start work immediately. First, to train the Super Eagles B team for the CHAN Championship taking place in East and Central Africa. And then after that, to prepare the Super Eagles for the World Cup, where, as you pointed out, they are 5th on the table in Group C. But we hope that they will be there at 2026 World Cup. However, one thing you can say for sure is that this particular coach will not be coaching the Super Eagles by DHL, by correspondence, as we have had with some of the other coaches that stayed in Europe training a team in Nigeria. And we hope that the logistics, salary, accommodation, all of those will be worked out quickly, and we will not hear stories about his allowances not being paid. The big story, in my view, coming out of Australia, is that Djokovic and Andy Murray, whom he appointed in late November as his coach, they had their first training session. Long-time rivals, long-time friends, but Djokovic is 37. He's looking for 11th title at the Australian Open, which begins on Sunday. He's looking for his 25th Grand Slam. Will he be able to achieve it? These are the issues in that regard. And congratulations to Samuel Chukwueze of AC Milan, who made the list of the winners with Supercoppa Italiana. Thank you very much, AB. We hope to see you again, next week, not tomorrow.